Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, wrestling fans, and sports entertainment fans, welcome to the No Shave Man Cave. I'm Ellie Jair, and wow, just coming off of the heels of the NFL draft, we saw a record number of quarterbacks come off the board. We saw all kinds of trades. I think there were prognosticating to see double-digit trades in the first round. And, if you look at some of the teams that got so much better, scary to think that the Chiefs got better. And I'm a New York Giants fan. We got a little bit better, and hopefully Danny Dimes getting a top-end wide receiver will help, and then depending on what we're going to do or continue to do in free agency. So super excited for the upcoming season, and I hope Danny Dimes stays healthy, and who knows what's going to happen with the season. I mean, you've got an odd pick coming out of Atlanta, and their explanation was, we are never going to pick this high again with a guy like Kirk Cousins, so we had to go get the best player available and think about the future of our team. And yeah, he's 35 years old, but it's like he could play, 3, 4, 5 more years. So you're going to have, an amazing quarterback sitting there, and maybe he becomes trade fodder. I don't, who knows. So we're talking about the draft, and my little wrestling brain had to kind of run down the draft and what Monday Night Raw was going to look like and Friday Night SmackDown was going to look like. Now we're saying Monday Night Raw and Friday Night SmackDown right now, but all of that could change in September with this new deal with Netflix, and then you're going to go, and Monday Night Raw isn't going to have a home on USA anymore. So very, very interesting where the shows are going to end up on the days of the week, or whatever. And then we see that the PG era has officially ended, and we're in the new era, the Renaissance era, whatever we're going to call it. So going to definitely be a lot more cutting edge. On Netflix, there is talk about not having commercials, so that's going to be interesting. But then, WWE is on Peacock right now, and Peacock is going to be raising their prices in January. So, just keep an eye out for that. I think when I first signed up, I think it was $4.99 or $5.99 or something. So, just like Prime used to be, $59 or whatever, and now it's significantly more, and you have to pay separate for Amazon Music. So who knows what's coming up. But I tell you, what is coming up is Raw. They protected the champions. So Monday Night Raw, Damian Priest, Becky Lynch, Sami Zayn, and Awesome Truth, they were not available to be traded or to be in the draft, right? Then you had the undisputed WWE champion Cody Rhodes on SmackDown. You have Bayley, the women's champion, the United States champion Logan Paul, and then A-Town Down Under. Now, A-Town Down Under, rumor has it that they're getting a little bit of heat because of the shenanigans that Grayson Waller pulled with Triple H. So we'll see how long they hang on to the titles and see if that ends up becoming something. So, there's some really, really good factions that are going to be coming out of this. I think, putting Naomi and Cargill and Bianca together, I think that is a pretty strong faction. I think, very, very cool. They all look great. Their gear is phenomenal, and Jade Cargill's presence is getting better and better and better. And I'm very interested to see when she is going to become a heel. So I think she'll be the one to turn and then just start a great feud with either Naomi or Bianca Belair. And Bianca Belair, when she was in NXT, she was a heel. So I mean, you can even argue that she could make a great heel too. So so much good stuff. So we've got all of the picks, right? So Monday Night Raw drafted Jey Uso, Seth Rollins, who's going to be on the rack for a little while. Freaking Seth, I hope you heal up quickly and are as good as new. Rumor has it that he competed on both nights of WrestleMania with a torn freaking meniscus. So shout out to you and your dedication to the craft. And I hope you heal up quick and don't have any lingering effects. So Braun Breaker is officially on Raw. I think he has a very, very bright future. Really look forward to seeing what he's going to be. Him not being in a tag team now will really give him an opportunity to excel, and hopefully he will tap into some of the more experienced wrestlers over there. And you hear Bully talk about it, and you hear Mark talk about it over on Busted Open. They talk about the learning tree, and are there those in the back now that can truly be that learning tree that can help? Obviously Triple H is everywhere but nowhere, so I mean he can contribute, but now you have The Undertaker, who recently signed a Legends deal, so we'll see if he comes around. That would make serious sense to some of these big guys, and he could show them, hey, here's how you work. Be safe, take your time, slow everything down, and that way you're able to get more mileage out of each move or each reaction, and just see how that's all going to turn. And then Ricochet, who's the WWE Speed Champion, and this is available on X, and it's they're designed to be 3-minute matches, and he's the inaugural Speed Champion. So pretty cool to see him strapped up. And I think if you were on TikTok or Instagram or whatever, they posted some artwork of all the titles that he won, and I was like, holy cow. And definitely didn't forget about his Lucha Championship, and then Gift of Gods Championship, and all of the other championships that he had, the IWGP Juniors title, and just a bunch of them. So very, very awesome to see him with a title. Like to see him get a push on the main roster and not just doing the speed stuff. So we have Drew McIntyre got drafted to Raw, and he also, great news out of the WWE, he signed his new deal, 3 years, so we can start the watch in January of 2027. We'll see how many title runs he has between now and then. Got his WrestleMania moment, got a title victory, and then got it snuffed out. And he's going to take a little bit of time off. He's got a hyperextended elbow, so good luck to the big guy. I hope he heals up and is back in action pretty quick. Now we have Liv Morgan is over on Raw, so she's over here doing her redemption tour and revenge tour, and so she's going to be wreaking havoc. And then, did you pick up the little Easter egg on Monday Night Raw last night when Dominic and Liv came out of the room together while there was a vignette going on in the back behind the stage? So cool story to keep that going. Dirty Dom, he's going to be on the rack for a little while as well. And when Rhea comes back, whew, she's not going to be a happy camper. We've got Sheamus, who's back, which is cool. He's on Raw, which I could see him winning the Intercontinental title here very soon. He'll hop into a program with Sami Zayn, and and he'll become a Grand Slam champion. That's the only title that he hasn't won. Alpha Academy, as it's constructed now, got drafted, but I could see the Creed brothers teaming up with Chad Gable. Maybe you even get a little bit of a Kurt Angle rub, because they're so similar. But there's nothing definitive, so we can only hope and pray that we're gonna get some action from the wrestling gods. So Shayna Baszler, Zoe Stark, Alba Fire, Isol, Dawn, Ivar, Imperium. So Imperium is now just the two, Ludwig Kaiser and Gunther, with Giovanni going over to SmackDown. So they're officially broke up, and it'll be good because he'll go off and you won't have a weird feud between the two of them, or three of them, I guess. I guess there was no meat on the bone, so they just cleaned it up. Braun Strowman, we saw Braun Strowman back on TV. Looks great. Looking forward to him putting a whooping on some folks. The new Catch Republic, as it's constructed now, they're one less. Got Future Endeavor. Again, the Creed brothers are going to be on Raw, so great tag team with Ivy Nile, who improves every time she gets in the ring. So I'm excited about that. Then we have some NXT stars that are going to be showing up on the main roster. Kiana James, who was an NXT Tag Team Champion, as well as Lyra Vicaria, and she was the NXT Champion until she felt defeat by the hands of Roxanne Perez with Pop Rocks. So I totally thought that Roxanne was going to come to the main roster, but good for her. She'll wreak havoc down at NXT, and I think that show is in really, really good hands. So Final Testament, Big Bronson Reed, Natalia, Kaden and Katana, and then Odyssey Jones, who we haven't seen on the main roster. He won the breakout tournament and really hasn't done a whole lot. So hopefully they find some place to put him in, and he can flourish. Heard him on the mic a little bit, and I think you just need to get the reps. So kudos to everyone who's working with him. If he was injured, I hope he comes back healthy and ready to rock and roll and raise some hell over there on Raw. So then over on the Blue brand, the SmackDown roster got a little bit better. LA Knight stayed over there. You got AJ Styles, who looks like he's freaking hopped into a DeLorean and drove over to Venice Beach and was jacking iron with Lou Ferrigno. Geez, dude looks just probably in the best shape of his life. So he made a comment that everything starts in the kitchen. So good for him, eating better and taking good care of himself. He wants one more run with the title, and that's the way to do it. Come back looking bigger and better than ever. We talked a little bit about Bianca Belair, Naomi, and Jade Cargill. They're on the Blue brand, so they're going to be there for the foreseeable future. Nia Jax is going to be on SmackDown as well, and I think every wrestler, superstar on the roster should take notice. And the women's roster has gotten a little bit better and is getting a lot more screen time with vignettes from Chelsea Green. I mean, she is gold on the mic. She's hilarious. You got the OC with Michin, who's going to be, they're going to stay on the Blue brand. Baron Corbin, so the Dogs, or whatever the tag team was called, with Braun Breaker and Baron Corbin, they lost the NXT tag team titles, got drafted, and now I think you're going to see some really, really good stuff. And Baron Corbin is a very tried and true professional. Just very, very steady. Was a United States champion and kind kind of floundered a little bit when before he went down to NXT, sort of lost his way. The whole JBL thing didn't work out, but he's back. He's got a new persona. I think it's going to be really good. Baron Corbin with a feud with Randy Orton, I think would be pretty good. That would help, definitely give him the rub. Like I said, Nia Jax, LA Knight, the Bloodline is going to be on SmackDown, and this story has got some major legs. And you thought when Roman Reigns went away, or when Jay left, or when they jumped Sami Zayn out because people weren't feeling very oozy, there's still so much there. And I saw a thing a while back for when there was a tag team match, and Bully said something to the effect of, like when he was punching Jimmy, and he was like, this is for the High Chief, this is for, and he always says your sister's ass. And then he said, and your 97 cousins. And now here we are seeing more and more of the cousins coming to the WWE or in professional wrestling, period. So, the new Bloodline, and Paul Heyman looking terrified. I freaking love that when he was walking and he kept looking over his shoulder. So kudos to the character work that they've got him doing. He's a Hall of Famer for a reason, and we'll see if he can bring the best out of Solo Sikoa. So the Pride is going to be on Monday night. On SmackDown. Shinsuke Nakamura, Naomi, Chelsea Green, Piper Niven, pretty deadly. Now that they're healthy, it'll be good to see them back in the ring because they are hilarious. And they were sort of hosts, I think, for WrestleMania, and they did some very, very funny vignettes. And I don't know if it was just for those of us who were at the link or if it was on Peacock. I haven't gone back and watched all WrestleMania. I caught night one. Production was really, really cool on night one, and I really want to go back and see the entrances, because the entrances on night two, woo, it was awesome, and definitely made the pomp and circumstance of WrestleMania that much more significant. So Andrade is going to be on SmackDown. And then, there's a lot going on with Del Fantasma on SmackDown, and then you got LWO on Raw. So, and with the oddness of Carlito jumping Ray and beating people down, or Dragon Lee, sorry. So that's going to be a fun program. Dragon Lee, great in the ring. Can only get better by working with someone like Carlito. So I think that will definitely help his career and staying power with the WWE. Probably the man who got the most out of the draft is going to be Carmelo Hayes. He came out. He had an interaction with the world champion on his first night on the roster, had a great match, came up short, but that's why Cody Rhodes is the champ. So very just great match, and Carmelo Hayes, I think, has a very, very bright future in WWE, period. Same thing with Tiffany Stratton. I think she will definitely do really well on SmackDown. So I'm here for it, and I cannot wait to see what kind of feuds that they can get the superstars in. So hey, it has been a month of Sundays since Jay Tilly and I have been able to record and get together. And my guy, he's dealing with some migraines and stuff. So shout out to Jay Tilly. Hope you're feeling a little bit better. As soon as you're feeling a little better, we'll get back here in the studio. So hey, keep doing what you're doing. Follow us, like, share, subscribe, And if there's other shows that you want us to do, please let us know. Thanks for checking us out here at the No Shave Man Cave. I'm Ellie Jair. Until next time, take care of yourselves, take care of each other, and we'll see you on the floor.